Morning Year 4, hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's maths lesson and you're up and rearing and ready to go again today. You won't need any fancy equipment again for today's lesson. All you'll need is a pencil, a bit of paper, and of course, as always, your enthusiasm to have a go. We're going to work through some mixed calculations to start with, just to get our brains ready for our new learning. So I'm going to share a screen with you and we can get started. Okay, so have a look at our calculations for today. Have a go at seeing which ones you want to work mentally, which ones you would like to try a written method. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the video while you have a go at solving those. Okay, so let's work out some of those together. So the first one that you had was going to be 80 times 50. Okay, now on first look and glance at that, you might think, eek, that was a little bit tricky. But actually use your known facts. So I can easily do 8 multiplied by 5 is going to be 40. And then using that knowledge, I now know that actually 80 times 5 is going to be 400. So then I will then be able to work out that 80 multiplied by 50 is then going to be 4,000. So quite often breaking our numbers down makes things much, much easier. The next calculation was 478 and I needed to add that to 345. I'm hoping a lot of you may have thought, oh, I've got to carry over a multiple of 10, so I will do it as a column method. So I'm hoping you remembered to start at your ones first of all. So you did 8, add 5 was going to be 13. Now we can't squeeze 13 there, so we need to carry the 10 over and put your 13 like that. 70, add 40, add the extra 10 here is going to be 120. Again, remembering to not carry that 100 over. And finally, we've got 400, add 300, add the extra 100 here, do not forget that, was going to equal at 800. Okay, the next question you had was going to be 23, add a mystery number, which would have equaled 56. I'm hoping you started to think about, actually, I know my relationships between addition and subtraction. So actually, I could have done 56 subtract 23 equals 33. So now I know 23 add 33 equals 56. And finally, our last one there was, my squeeze in here, is going to be 543 multiplied by 100. Again, I'm hoping you're thinking, actually, this looks scary, but it isn't so scary after all, because again, I'm only needing to change the place value, and I've got 2 zeros there, so I must change the place value over by 2 places. So I would have my final answer by moving it over. Okay. Hopefully you had a little go at those. Keep practicing. It's always a good thing if you've got any spare moments just to get someone to scribble down a couple of calculations for you to have a practice. Okay, I'm going to go back to our share screen, so bear with me, and then we're going to be having a little look at what we're going to do today. So we're going to be looking at our 6 times table again. And I thought a really positive way that we could do our 6 times table is actually by using our counting stick. So I know it's something that you all really enjoyed in class. So if we're thinking of our 6 times table, bear with me with my counting stick. It's not quite the one I use in school, is it? Okay, so this is just a bit of wood I found. And actually, I luckily had some Post-it notes. You could easily make one yourself at home with a bit of wood that you might find maybe in a shed or a garage. But the other thing I nearly had in, but it was a bit too long, was my broom. So you nearly had some quite interesting counting sticks going. I wonder how many of you can come up with an inventive counting stick and send me in a picture. That was an extra little challenge for you. So bear with me and count together. So if we're counting in our 6 times table, we start at 0. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Okay, so let's get this into our brain. What are we starting on? 0. What am I counting in? 6s. Double 6 is 12. Okay, now let's start building this up a little bit more. Who could tell me what's the one in the middle? I want everyone to touch their nose. One in the middle is 30. Well done, everybody. So let's go again. What do we start on? 0. What are we counting in? 6s. Double 6 is 12. Let's jump to the one in the middle, and that's going to give me 30. Okay, so let's just focus. So now we know 0, 6, we know the mid, and double 6 is 12. One in the middle is 30. You've got it. Well done, guys. Okay, so let's build up a little bit more. What's coming, and I'll squeeze back, what's coming at the end? 60. What's the one in the middle? 30. And what are we starting on? 0. What are we counting in? 6s. Double 6 is 12. Well done. Okay. So the next one is going to be our key. I want you to touch your head. Remember your key. Well, the key is 18. Well done. We start at 0. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What's the one in the middle? Touch your nose. 30. Well done. What comes at the end? 60. Who can remember the key? The key is 18. Touch your head. Remember, you've got to join in with the actions, okay? I know it might seem strange being at home doing this, but it's going to really, really pay off to help you do that, okay? So we start at 0. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What's the key? 18. Can we do this one? What's 6 more than 18? You've got it. 24. So 24. The one in the middle is 30. What comes at the end? 60. You've got it. Okay, so let's see what we can build up now. The one in the middle is the one in the middle is 30. 6 more than 30 is 36. Guys, you're doing absolutely amazing. Keep shouting out through the screen, okay? Tell your computers, tell your whatever you're working on, tell them what you can actually see and really join in, okay? What are we starting on? 0. Well done. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What's the key? 18. 6 more than 18 is 24. 1 in the middle is 30. 6 more is 36. You've got it. And what's at the end? 60. Well done, guys. You're joining in really, really well. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, so we are going just to practice this first bit today, and we'll carry on the rest tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off and this one off. What are we counting in? 6s. 1 in the middle is 30. Well done. So we start at 0. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What is the key? 18. 6 more is 24. And the one in the middle is 30. Well done, guys. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the key. What was the key again? 18. Well done. Okay. And I think we can get rid of that one. You're so, so clever. What do we start on? 0. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What's the key? 18. 6 more is 24. And the one in the middle is 30. Well done, guys. Right, let's have a real challenge. Let's lose this one and this one. And let's see if we can do our counting stick going along this way. Could you tell me, what are we starting on? 0. Well done. We're counting in 6s. Double 6 is 12. What is my key? 18. 6 more than 18 is 24. And finally, the one in the middle is 30. Guys, you're doing so well. Keep practicing those. We're going to come back to this again tomorrow, and we're going to carry on with our counting stick. I wonder how many of you could find or create your own counting stick at home to practice our 6 times tables together. Okay, let's go back to our share screen and let's see what we're going to do for the rest of our session.